good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to MATCHFIT Entertainment's official coverage of Rainlight Racing's LMU series. It is season 10 for Rainlight Racing, proudly sponsored by the good people at SIMBLACKS, and obviously broadcast to you live on the internet on a Monday night. Well, this Monday night, we missed you last week, but we're back again here for Monday night goodness with Rainlight Racing. I'm Davo, and as always, right by my side, well, he hasn't been actually for a few weeks. We've been missing a few things over the past few weeks, I'm back. He's back. We have got him back, ladies and gentlemen. It is J-Man, of course, and welcome to. So good to have you back in the seat, mate.
Mate, thanks for having me. Evening viewers, welcome aboard. Yeah, good to be back. It is definitely love my Monday nights. Rainlight Racing, certainly put on a great show, and tonight will be no exception here at Bahrain.
Definitely not. That's right.
Davo.
Yes. Round 5, Bahrain. Slightly shorter version of Bahrain, actually. There's a couple of layouts of Bahrain. What do they call this one? J-Man, what was it?
This is the outer loop. So this I believe was commissioned for the GD3. So the outer loop, and it is a very much shortened version, down to 11 turns from what would be effectively, there's a large circuit at about 24, and then there's another at about 15 or 16. So this one here is 11 turns. 3 relatively small sectors. Sector 1's just over half a minute. Sector 2 is only around about 15 and a bit seconds.
Yep.
And then Sector 3 makes up the difference. Sector 3 is literally between turns 9, 10 and 11 is the difference. Or certainly the sector commences between 9 and 10. So very short run home in the lap. So I think we saw some pretty stout times. We saw Pete Dawson up the top in official practice, and this qualifying is going to be amped up, Davo. I'll tell you what, 15 minute hard charging GD3s here tonight.
And going on the pre-race practice times, we were just watching before the broadcast. Definitely looking so handy. Obviously, we'll be keeping an eye on the likes of Nick Firth leading the championship, but the usual suspects. Cossey's been looking hot. As always, Gunther Rowe, always one to watch out for. And who do we have in the room? None other than Chris Curley, J-Man. In what is he in? He's actually sized up in a BMW tonight. So, yeah, welcome back, Chris.
Yeah, that's a name we haven't called for a while, so it'll be fascinating to see how he goes. And appreciate you all tuning in, especially the consistent ones, especially.
The regulars.
Tuning in, Craig, and also Matt's mum. Mate, we love to be able to bring you the show. So, definitely looking forward to seeing how some of these drivers perform tonight. Obviously, I've come back, and our old mate Firthy's fish fingers in the Aston Martin. You tell me he's at the top of the table at the moment, 5 rounds in.
He is. So, and I think the nerves are probably starting to build a little, J-Man. I think I know Nick personally enough to know that he's probably getting the sweats on, leading the championship halfway through the season so far. So he will be very focused and nervous, I think, going into Bahrain here tonight. But look, all he's got to do, mate, is keep it in a straight line and keep it out of the walls. And you're halfway there, aren't you, mate?
Absolutely. So, first times coming through. Very, very good time there, straight off the bat from Steve Crossan at a 1:13.9. Costas Maklos provisionally second at 14.2. Pete Dawson, the fast runner from the official practice session, there with a 14.4. A bit more to come from him. And then Purely 14.6. So, we just see somebody maybe just miss the transition there at turn. I think that is turn. It's basically turn 2 is heads a different way. Sorry, apologies. It's turn 4. Between turn 4 and 5, the drivers who would traditionally race at a Bahrain circuit would, after turn 4, keep turning right.
That's
However,
right.
in
Yep.
this layout, they turn left for turn 5, and then we've got a series of roller coaster turns through turn 6, 7, 8, and then a dog leg down at 9, and then we come round to the final turn, which they call two turns in one. It's obviously a double apex, 10, 11, to round the lap out. But I just did see a car, not sure who it was. I think it may have been one of the one and only, or the few Corvettes out there, I think. Might have eyes on it actually, Davo.
We're back on Matty Clark at the moment. I think we just were focused on, it was either Macrolos or Looms there. I think it might have been Macrolos there, J-Man, in one of the Chevys. Yes, it was.
Nice. Okay, so the Chaotic Crafter is Matty Clark's mother. I can't see the photo. Son-in-law. Okay.
Son-in-law.
Matty Clark. He comes with quite the fan base. Does.
He does. Look, like Ken Worcester comes with his own fan base as well. And
we love it.
As always, Ken in the mighty Tokyo Taxi, the Lexi, one of only a small handful of Lexus on track, but makes it every week, J-Man, in that badass looking Lexus. I love the paint job on this car. It's stunning. So nice work. Ken back out on track again this week. No surprise. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Show your support by hitting a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up, guys, and help support obviously not only MatchFit Entertainment but Rainlight Racing as well. The more views and likes we get, the better for the algorithms, and looks after everybody really. Just cameras still on that Wheels Inc. Car of Ken Worcester. I love that thing. That is a fantastic looking car. Okay, back to business. Where are we going? We're running out of time here, J-Man.
Yeah, okay, so obviously Nathan Bewley's now gone to the top. No stranger to that top spot. He
definitely not.
I mean, yeah, at the top of his game all the time. So good to see him post some good times. A 13.3 over Steve Croston's 13.6. Bewley about to cross the line. What's the time to say? We've got 7.5 minutes just under.
Yep.
Left to run on
halfway. Yep.
13.384, still the best time. Crossy just came across the line.
Yeah, just tucked in.
13.5, so slightly improved on the time.
Yep, so he's actually tucked in behind Bewley. So Bewley in the Mercedes, a little bit of a carrot for Crossy. Crossy's been doing really well. I mean, the Aston tries to kill him every now and then. But showing some good form in the number 43, SIMBLACKS Aston Martin, steered by Steve Crossland. Costas Makolos, we were just talking about a little bit earlier in the Lightning McQueen red. I think it's Canadian flag red, actually. Looks like it. Corvette there, so with a pretty stout time himself, J-Man with a 1:13.6. So looking pretty solid. Pete Dawson actually just behind him, and Chris Cooley, who we mentioned top of the stream, back from a bit of a sabbatical. I don't think he's done any of the LMU stuff actually the previous season or any of this season so far. So welcome back, Chris. And let's just see how he goes. I think Craig Elvis has already piped up and just asked the same question. Wonder how he's going to go. New platform for Chris.
A better time. Sorry, Dave. 13.5. And newcomer for me on the totem is Rob Mitchell. Rob Mitchell doing a good job there. He has put himself into P9, although just been eclipsed down to P10, and I think that goes by way of maybe Goddard just come across the line. But Nick Firth, I was looking at him, and he was sort of hovering around that 9th to 10th position. Now he's escalated very quickly up to P4 with a very, very good 13.6. So times are tight at the top. 13.3.
Times are tight. Absolutely, absolutely.
Crossland goes and grabs a new set of boots. He's going to have another crack at this. Plenty of time left, 5.25 minutes left to run.
Mitchell actually just snuck up a couple of spots as he rolls across the line in the BMW with a 13.891. Nice work. Yes, I think you're right, Matty. I think Chris did actually only just get this game a day or so ago, so no surprise there. Tracy, g'day Tracy. Welcome aboard once again. Hit the like button, guys, as you come in and support not only Rain Like Racing but MATCHFIT Entertainment, and sit back and enjoy. This is going to be a cracker, I think, J-Man. Bahrain, very flowy track, and I think we're going to see some action here tonight.
Yep, and plenty wide enough, being an F1 circuit. Plenty of room for these GT3 cars to try and sort themselves out on track. So a lot of real estate to be had, and a little bit more, I'm sure.
Yep.
But no, good to see Wheels going out there doing his thing. He has absolutely got that Lexus wound up, and I do like his line through the final 2 turns. Gets the power down nice and early in the Lexus. Not short of straight line speed, we know that for a fact.
Absolutely. Oh, look, Pete Dawson into second, Nick Firth into third, J-Man pushing Steve Crossland back down a spot or so. Costas as well pushed back. So apart from Bewley, I mean, Pete Dawson and Nick Firth both in Astons. Yep. Nathan out in front in one of the big bad Mercs. Crossland in an Aston, Crossland in an Aston as well. So
yeah, Costas Macrolos coming across the line. What can he deliver? Okay, no improvement on the 13.692. Same for Gunther, he comes across. No improvement there on the 13.8.
Time's ticking down, J-Man. Just a little over 3 minutes to go in qualifying before we go green on this, I think it's 75-minute race here tonight, J-Man.
Yeah, that's correct.
There is no CPS in these races, so, but at 75, I think this is one of those lengths. Oh, I think they might have to stop for a bit of VE.
Well, it's self-regulated via
that's right. Well, it just is. It just is. But on the hour, the 60-minute races, some of these guys are able to sneak it across the line, and I think even in these 75s, it's borderline. So it'll be interesting to see this one tonight, J-Man.
Yep. Oh, good lap coming here for Nathan Bewley. Magenta in Sector 1, personal best in Sector 2. 13.311, might have been a slight improvement there. Very marginal.
Firthy's still out on track. Dawson still out on track. Crossland out on track. Makalos, should I say, back in the pits at the moment. Gunther out on track, sitting in 6th provisionally here with, oh God, just under 2 minutes to go. Chris slowly working his way up through in 7th. Chris Fraser in 8th. Rob Mitchell in 9th. And Will Dixon currently sitting in 10th provisionally, J-Man, with only a little over a minute to go.
Yeah, laps are running down now. G'day, Tracy. Good to see you tuning in. Good to see you tuning in too there, Matty. I'm not sure why you pulled pin on that qualifying early. I'm sure you've got more to offer than a P14, buddy. Not used to seeing you at that end of the field. Must be something special coming in race trim. Bewley crosses the line, no improvement there. Same for Dawson. This is so tight. I mean, you actually have to go out to, what is it? Just trying to have a look. You've got to go out to P12 to break out of the 1 minute 13.
To 13. Yep.
Well, you've got 75 minutes to make up for it there, Matty. You'll be fine. But between your teeth.
Yeah, so a little bit of a gap from Bewley back to Dawson, but then Dawson Firth and Crossland, look, it's a whisker between these guys. It's in the hundreds of seconds between those three cars. All Astons, too, mind you, just quietly. But They will be...
Yeah, who was that?
I don't
Harry
know.
Lauren, 13,650.
Oh, he just came out of freaking nowhere, I think.
Rob Mitchell too, he's P7, 13,7. I think that was a slight improvement as well.
Well, I think it might have been because I think Lawrence would have knocked him back into 8th there too. So I think he's come back up. So Lawrence racing well. Now, we saw him week before last, I think at Coda there, just slowly work right from the back of the field and slowly work his way through the field. Amazing drive in the Porsche. Good solid stuff. We missed him last week, but I did hear whispers that, again, he raced really well last week at Monza. So definitely one to watch out for, J-Man, and just snuck that Porsche into 5th position, actually, and there's still these guys circulating around. The clock has gone 0, but they will be able to finish their lap here. He's got a magenta in sector 2.
Yeah, he's coming on a lap. What does it do? Takes him to P2.
Wow.
Go with Nathan Bewley.
Wow. So that mid-sector, who would have seen that coming?
15,157 plays a 15,190, so he does just eclipse the middle sector, and he was...
And so he's quicker than Bewley.
He was.
In the middle sector.
Session best. Yep.
Yeah. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Top effort from Harry Lawrence. So we've got Nathan Bewley, Harry Lawrence, Pete Dawson, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Then we have Nick Firth, Steve Crossland, Costas Makrolos, Robert Mitchell, Gunther Rowe in 8th, Chris Cooley in 9th, and Chris Fraser, should I say, rounding at the top 10. Thanks again for joining us, everyone, tonight. 75-minute race here for Rainlight Racing's LMU series here. It is season 10. It is brought to you once again by the good people at SIMBLACKS, and obviously broadcast to you by MATCHFIT Entertainment. Hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. I shouldn't have to remind you guys. Support both Rainlight and MATCHFIT Entertainment in the process. 75-minute race. We, as you can see on the calendar there, we are at Bahrain, halfway through the season, and we'll just quickly get the points up here before we go to race. J-Man, Nick Firth in the Aston, currently holding down the top spot with 211 points, and a good gap back to Bewley behind him. Bewley with some hardware failures a couple of weeks ago. So there's been a bit of a mix-up. I think Matty Clark also had hardware failures a couple of weeks ago as well. Nathan Bewley in 2nd, Costas Makrolos in 3rd. Then it is Gunther Rowe, Matt Clark, Chris Fraser, Sam Wozniak, Harry Lawrence, Pete Dawson, and Daniel Bateman in 10th. I think we've got more pages than that. It goes on. George Goddard, Joseph Barney, Steve Crossland, Teg, Dixon, Ichikawa, Worcester in 17th, Robert Fox in 18th, Southerly, Adrian Kramer, and ladies and gentlemen, the list goes on. You can read the rest of them out for yourself. Oh, come on, Dave, you've got one job. Lily Glass, Eddie Fackery, Jonathan Warren, Mr. Roo, Lee Perkins back in 25th, Robbie Mitchell 26th, Craig McConnell, Ben Goebel, Tyler Looms, and Mark Facorna. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Anyway, let's get out of that. That was the points, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get back to the stream here and see if we can pull up some
fitting,
vision.
Davo.
Yes.
It is a night race at Bahrain. I think that
absolutely.
Definitely the way you play this one, and
for sure,
Sam Wozniak too. Get well soon, brother. Hopefully you're not too banged up from what we just read as a bike crash.
Yes, yes,
something I know all too well myself, mate. So seem to do a bit of that, but yeah, hopefully you get better soon, mate, and we see you back out on track. And if you're able to watch, mate, enjoy the show. 75 minutes in the dark. Hey, look, they know what they got in front of them.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not like the shadows are going to change in this one.
No, it is going to be freaking awesome, J-Man. That's what it's going to be, actually. Why is Nick Firth still in the pits for some reason?
He's still in the pits, mate. There's a few still in there making some late changes, making sure fuel loads, tyre pressures, and brain functions engaged.
Well, that can always be a challenge just in itself.
Formation lap has started.
So quick, very short, sharp formation lap here, ladies and gentlemen. They'll probably cut a corner or two, and then we are definitely going to go green here at Bahrain, the outer loop of Bahrain, for round 5 in Rainlight Racing's LMU Series, Season 10. Brought to you by SIMBLACKS and streamed live by MATCHFIT Entertainment. Hit the like button, guys. Sit down and relax. Well, don't. Get on your feet. Cheer these guys on, actually. Nathan Bewley, Harry Lawrence on the front row, Pete Dawson, Nick Firth. What's that space? Obviously with Crossy and Costas tucked in behind him there. There's going to be some action there. Guaranteed. What a spectacle here. Under lights at Bahrain. Look at the laser show, J-Man. Fantastic graphics here. LMU putting on a show. There across the line, we've got green. Look at Costas. Costas trying to sneak past Firth immediately. Big squeeze in the back. Cooley's in amongst that. Oh, that looks like... Oh, who was that? That was Goddard, I think. With a bit of a touch-up. No, it was actually Costas getting a little bit of a tickle there from one of the BMWs on the way past.
Warren had to take to the infield just to avoid a bit of contact there, or maybe at the back end of a little bit.
Cross.
He's incredibly close. Hayden Tegg gives Jonathan Warren a little bit of a touch-up down into turn 5, sorry.
So plenty going on. Oh, as Tegg struggles with a bit of grip in the Mustang. We're going to get back up the front here. I just noticed Crossland trying to defend from Cooley there. So Cooley got the eyes on immediately. Look at Makalos on... Makalos shows the nose.
He had a big look. And Harry Lawrence, with the good start, managed to jag that first position from Nathan Bewley and has put a little bit of an air gap around about 7.5, 8 tenths of a second as they cross the line to complete lap 1.
Oh, look at Fraser. Is it Fraser? Who's behind Fraser? Oh, it's Dixon.
Yeah, Will Dixon.
Having a crack. Again, just in front of those guys, you can see Cooley under brakes, right up behind and underneath the wing of Steve Coslin's car. Crossland deep under Makalos's wing there.
And you know, that cuts a row having a big look on Nick Firth as well. So
pace is hot. Pace is hot early on. Nice flowy track, like I mentioned, top of the stream here. I think we're going to see some action nice and wide as well, J-Man. I think you already mentioned as well. So they've got room to move here.
This is a good pack from Firth, Gunther Rowe, Costas Mackerel, Steve Crossland and Chris Curley. That pack there is going to be one to watch. Don't expect that it'll stay in that order for any time.
No. We'll just see Clark.
There, get back to Fraser and Dixon.
Yeah, just Clark in the background, coming through the field. But that bunch, actually, it's the threesome of bloody Macrolos there, and Crossland sandwiched in between him and Cooley there, which is very interesting. There's a little bit of an air gap between Firth and Dawson. Firth's actually under a lot of pressure there.
Yeah, Gunther had a little look. He managed to hold that BMW a little bit narrower on the entry.
Yeah.
There, up through turn 6. Actually, it was out of turn 7 into 8. They're coming down here now, out of 9, the dog leg, down to turn 10, 11, the final 2 turns.
Yep.
We could kind of call it 1, but they're on the wheel a long time in the radius of the corner. And we do see Pete Dawson around.
Oh, he's around. Oh, and Makalos has had to take evasive action. He's gone round. He just missed. Just missed by Cooley there. We were just in car with Cooley there at the time, so very unfortunate for both Dawson and then Makalos. I was just going to comment on how Nick's not an overly speedy starter, is he? Race-wise, J-Man. He just likes to bring the car up to speed, and he's under big pressure. He's under a lot of pressure.
He defended.
He's having to cover.
Turn 1. Comes up here, turn 4, and then the switch back to 5. Gunther Road, pretty much just give him a little tickle up there, give him the hurry up as they come through this roller coaster of 6, 7, 8 now.
And again, you see, it looks like Gunther's just able to hold that tighter entry there. Who was that in the background going off big time? That is Crossland.
It was Steve Crossland. He's had a big whoopsie down there. Change of direction. So that's all the way down to 13th. He just sees Lee Perkins and Jonathan Warren slip through. Who's that? Costas Makrolos now trying to round up Matty Clark. So this is Costas recovering after that spin at the final turn, and he's just put a move down on Matty Clark down into the final turn, and already got sights on Hayden Teague as well, Davo.
Yeah, so Clark looks like struggling a little bit with the car. I think I just seen Crossland actually slip into the pits there, just front of shot there. So Clark letting Costas back past there easily. Teg, well, Lily Glass and Teg will be the next two. As we just see a little bit of contact between Clark. They just a little bit of a concertina effect there, but in behind the slower car of Glass. Those guys have got to be a bit more aware.
Straight line, Davo.
Hasn't it? And he's picking the throttle up early, so it's not like light on wing or anything. Bewley back past Lawrence while we weren't looking as well, J-Man. So, bit of an update. Yeah, up the porty end there. Nick Firth is still under all sorts of pressure from Rowe.
Yeah, so good move there from Bewley. Runs a 14.1. So a 1 minute 14.1. It's a very, very good lap time. Firth with just a little bit of a air gap now, not too big, and then that Cooley Dixon didn't lose too much by the way of going around the outside of Costas Makrolos at the final turn. Only a couple of laps to go, so those guys.
It's a bit of a dodge and a weave.
Yeah, prospered from that.
So yeah, it was round the outside of Dawson and trying to dodge freaking Costas as he came back on track. A bit of a passenger there in the Corvette at the time, so yeah, good work from both those guys. Just look in the background here, plenty still going on. That is the green Lexus of Worcester chasing down Robert Mitchell at the moment in one of the Ferraris. No, actually in the BMW.
That's top 10 already. Rob Mitchell pulls out of the draft from Goddard, has a think about it. It's just a little too late down there into turn 1. Cuts back in behind him. And obviously, ahead of them, they've got Chris Fraser and the Mustang. So good little battle, little three-way going on there between Rob, George and Chris. But Firthy now right on the back of Ben Goebel, who's obviously probably going to get some blue flags. That Gunther gives them a flash of the light, just catches them at an awkward time.
Gunther did really well to avoid that situation. I don't think he saw the rest of the boys coming in behind him there at that sort of pace. It's compromised Gunther's run here. Who's that? That's Curly.
Yeah, gets it tucked in.
Dixon out of the front of Dixon's car here.
2.1 the margin now, Nathan Bewley over Harry Lawrence, and then 5.3 is the margin back to Nick Firth, and then we don't need to say too much about Curly and Gunther Rowe because they are right there. Gunther wants that back.
A trio of BMWs there, all driving the same make of car there. So not a hell of a lot of advantage. A little bit of setup and a bit of skill difference, but yeah, these guys will be working hard for their positions. Trio of BMWs, there they are. That's very tight. Actually, 3 closest cars on track at the moment. No surprise there, ladies and gentlemen.
Just been watching Matty Clark too, just working over the back of Rob Fox, just trying to work out where he can do it. But like I said, that some of these cars are very, very handy in a straight line. And Rob Fox's Lexus is very, very quick out of, I believe it's out of 3 down to 4, where Matty looked like he had a good run, but the Lexus just had too much.
Oh, a big wriggle from Clark there. As he got on, just as he got out of the throttle there off the right-hander, back into the right-hander there. Good, big catch-up.
Up the road, who we got that's hanging out on the right-hand side? That's Ben Goebel.
In the silver Mercedes, was it? Oh, yes. Yep. Now just...
Gunther back through on Cooley. Good battle going on here. Firth, you love seeing this in his mirror. That'll play.
Yeah.
It's him trying to build a bit of a margin, but...
yeah, he'll be quite happy to let those guys fight it out amongst themselves, won't he, mate?
It's a good battle too. Very, very close. Welcome back to GT3 Racing, Chris Curley. It's at the right end of the field too. What's that? That's Will Dixon tucked in behind too, so he's got the box seat for this battle.
Yeah.
Pick up any pieces as well.
Yeah, and look at there's another very definite pack just in behind him there. I think it's Fraser, Mitchell and Worcester.
Yep.
And then you go back another one, and it's Warren, Perkins, Dawson. So these guys, bunch.
Rob Fox now right on the back, Adrian Kramer. So he actually just pulled a little bit of margin again on Matty Clark down the straight. So that Mercedes not doing so well in a straight line. Be interesting to see. It's a pretty long front straight to see what that Lexus can do. Yeah, and it's definitely pulling a bigger gap down the straight. There's nothing at all Matty Clark can do about that. He's in the draft, still doing nothing.
Nothing, yep.
By way of catching. Going a little bit under brakes here. Oh, that was awkward. Rob Fox took the inside line. Kramer for more of the traditional line. It's given Matty Clark a good sniff, Davo. Hewley pulls out again. Got the optimum line down to the final turn. Down the inside can.
He stopped it.
To tuck it on down.
And Dixon, it's like Groundhog Day for Dixon. I just saw this happen about 2 or 3 laps ago. And here we are again.
He's right in the drafters, Will Dixon now though. Gunther, big under brakes. Very big.
He's going to get that done. Was there maybe just the ever so slightest bit of contact there from Rowe?
It was.
On the change of direction there.
And he'd be the profiter, is Will Dixon. He was in the right spot at the right time. Just had to keep the pressure on, wait for something to happen.
Oh, absolutely. And it was inevitable, wasn't it? The racing was extremely tight there, so...
Ford versus Ferrari in the back of shot too. That's Chris Fraser with George Goddard all over the back of the Mustang as well. So pretty cool to see those manufacturers going at it. And I'll tell you what,
He's
giving them the flash of the lights.
Look, and we have seen these guys together for probably for most of the race so far. And the Ferrari just not with enough punch to get up the side and get a bit of overlap on that Mustang.
Oh, we've got a spinner, Will Dixon. Oh, and that is a heavy contact from George Goddard into square T-bone, by my calculation, into the side of Will Dixon's BMW.
And Dixon drives straight into the pits, J-Man.
Yeah, that thing will be proper bent. Okay, so margins now 4 seconds between first and second. Another 3.2 back to Nick Firth to make him 7.3 seconds from the lead of this race. Then we go back another 5.2 seconds to Gunther Road.
Oh, he's in some breathing space now, isn't he?
He's got a little bit of fresh air. He'll, I'm sure, welcome that. Another 2.5 seconds to Chris Fraser in fifth. And then we go Rob Mitchell, George Goddard, Ken Worcester, Jonathan Warren.
So Goddard's dropped off there, J-Man. Just note, Mitchell's now in between Fraser and Goddard there.
Goddard's just come unstuck through.
Oh, he has too. There he goes. He's gone straight ahead.
Yeah, it's got some handling issues after that contact.
That contact, of course.
So
yes, sorry, that's right. You did call that.
Job.
Yep, T-bone.
So for me, I'm not sure whether Tracy can give us a heads up whether she paid attention to actually where Ken started, but I think he was outside the 10. I've got a feeling he was somewhere.
I think he was outside the 10, J-Man.
About 13th or something, but he is running in P8 right now.
Let me see if we can get the tower to show positions gain.
Yeah, let's do that.
Does that work?
Oh, who's that up ahead of shot? So that is Steve Crossland. Is it down the inside? Is that Crossland down the inside of Goddard?
Goddard, so Goddard's
Crossland.
suffering.
He went for an early pit stop, if you recall.
Yep. So that's...
I can do that. I'm pretty sure. Maybe can I do the positions gained? Maybe.
Maybe not.
I tried. Anywho,
where are we?
Okay, we've got a good margin there between Pete Dawson and Lee Perkins. So this is Dawson on the recovery road after that unforced error down at turn 10-11. And he's on his way back. He's currently sitting P11 chasing down Lee Perkins, aka Merlin the Magician. And you just see how stable that Aston Martin looked through the final turn versus the Lamborghini. Lamborghini looked pretty nervous. And he's got the power down the straight. He's going to put it on the inside. It's not going to give him any more space under brakes down here than he has to. And sweeps around the inside. Gets the optimal line for turn 2. Good job. Ken Worcester now only 3/10 off the back of Goddard. So Goddard's still nursing this thing. So this is where he come unstuck for lap before. Change of direction. Just wasn't responding the way he would have liked. And this is where he ran off. Looks a little nervous again. Does it again. It's only a matter of time before Ken Worcester rounds him up, and there you go. That thing is...
It's broken. Yep.
It's not doing what it's supposed to.
No, and obviously Worcester just keeping that thing pointing in the right direction and powering on.
17th. Ken Worcester started 17th.
Oh, there you go. 10 positions.
Yeah. Kicking goals is Ken Worcester tonight. He is absolutely... Man, what's the gap? 7.9 to Rob Mitchell. George Goddard's 0.9 behind, and I think no threat based on how that car's behaving through the mid-sector. And that is that in the back of the shot? Is that Matty Clark? Did he make a stop? No, it's not Matty Clark.
Jonathan Warren in the black.
Okay.
That's the sister car. Yep.
So, good showing there. Firthy, what's he got? He's got 5.6 seconds over Gunther Road. Be happy about that right now as we, what have we got to run, Davo? 56.5 minutes just under. So plenty of racing left.
Oh, yes.
Monday night feature for Rainlight Racing here at Bahrain for the LMU series. Oh, you just want to pit that car, wouldn't you? If you got it.
You know it.
Oh, that must be painful.
Is he going to do it this lap, J-Man? He's just giving the boys space.
Who's that? Who's that? That's Pete. Oh, no, who's that? That's... I'll work out who that's coming on down the inside. They're 3 wide.
That's Goebel. That's Goebel. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, and he outbrakes himself.
Yeah, he's out of position though. He's so. But giving it a crack anyway. Look at him here, and that's Dawson. Dawson won't want to get tangled up with those two boys.
No.
So we've got an injured Goddard and an out of position Goebel. There you go. Say that quickly. Pete Dawson sneaking past Goebel.
He does a better job that time, does Goddard. He manages to hang on to it through the transition there between 7 and 8. But look at the run Dawson gets out of 8, 9, heading down to 10. He'll do it before they hit the brakes.
Yeah, and just you can see it back a shot there. That's Goebel actually giving way to Costas Makalos, who has also got tangled up in that sort of same situation that Dawson did. That's Cooley, I think, in the background as well. He's done really well to stay with this lot after a very slow turnaround from Chris in the sand there. So all of those guys in recovery for one reason or another.
Oh, this is a dangerous pack to be in right now.
It is. A couple of slower vehicles here, and these 3 very quick boys here coming back through. Costas will be mindful of Cooley behind him. Goddard, he can race. He's in position here. He's not a lap vehicle, but he is very much an injured vehicle. Oh, he's got that thing turned.
Oh, he's managing to drive around the deficiencies at the moment. He's done 2 laps in a row where he has managed to just keep it point in the right direction, which is very good because he's still handy in a straight line. Oh, big move here from Cooley on Macrolos.
Yeah, he's going to get that done.
What's the horsepower status like for the BMW over the Corvette?
Oh, here we go. It's a drag race. It's a drag race.
J-Man is hard to hear. Can we turn his volume up? You probably can. Someone can.
Yeah, we'll give it a crack.
Maybe. So let's check my end.
Let's go there.
Let's check my end, make sure that I'm on the correct microphone. Yes, I am.
We can make adjustments on the fly.
Righto. So there you go. Macrolos got past down the inside, down into turn 10, 11, and then quickly took it back on the front straight. So this battle's going to rage on, and I tell you what, it's certainly put an air gap between themselves and Goddard by way of them battling. So probably just want to sort that out. Still plenty of time left to run. Obviously a pit stop to come for many. I think the guy went early, got for a long strategy. Steve Crossland, P20. Lapping around about, try and get a read on Crossy's last lap time. His best lap time was 14.2.
Hope that's better.
Last one was.
Vols for J-Man with a little tweak there, guys. Thanks for the heads up.
Thanks, Nova. Right, 1.3, still the margin between Chris Fraser, Rob Mitchell. The closest margin out on track at the moment is definitely Cooley and Goddard and Macrolos. Macrolos managing to get that pass done. Now it's up to
Cooley to have a
Chris
crack
Cooley
now.
to try and have a
Mate,
go.
still a work from Goddard, really, to be holding, well, it's how both of those boys over the last few laps on what looks to be a very damaged vehicle. So,
yeah, and look, and to work out how to drive that car through
Yep.
7 and 8, because that was his weak spot. You know, the thing was coming unstuck. Like the balance was certainly not there. Obviously, post damage that he had with Will Dixon. Speaking of Will Dixon, how is he tracking? He would have gone in. We did see him go and fix that car, re-energised it. What has he got? It's got 82% VE left. Speaking of which, I wouldn't mind seeing what Crossland's got in the tank.
Okay, I think you checked it out.
63%. So, early stop. He would have crunched the numbers to see how far he can go. I'm sure he's probably safe.
Yeah, awesome work.
Ian Worcester up to 7th now too, mate.
7th position. Tracy got another one there. So he's doing a stellar tonight. Stellar job. In the wheels, Inc. Alexis there. Nice work from Ken.
Beautiful.
So
That was
Cooley,
a pass there. Will Dixon just rounded up. Lee Perkins there.
oh, okay, there you go. Cooley's passed the Ferrari as well. Yeah, I thought that would have been out of position because we got Dawson coming up behind. I think. Oh no, that is John O'Warren. He is in position. So there you go.
So this is still recovery mode for Pete.
I think Jonah's car is actually sister car to Matty Clark.
Very much looks like it.
Yep.
It's a little bit further up the road, although Clarkey is recovering. He is P13 as we speak.
So good little hot spot in the race there. That
This is going to be the spot with Macrolos and Cooley coming as well. After clearing Goddard, they get to give us an idea of their pace, and you can already see that Macrolos has got eyes on Pete Dawson.
Yep. Yeah, so there were 3 of them running hot. I wouldn't say they were working together though, J-Man, but they are all moving through the traffic pretty orderly, like all waiting their turn so far, anyway.
You just see now, I'm just looking at Will Dixon.
Oh, bit of a touch from Macrolos on the back of Dawson there. It's just this Constantino effect. They just come up on some of the slower drivers, brake a little bit earlier, turn in a bit slower. There is Goddard in the background turning that Ferrari, J-Man. And now driving it back out of the sand. No surprise there. We will get back up to this battle here as they come back up on the back of Warren. And yes.
That's Matty Clark gone through as well, so that was an easy grab for Clarkey there.
Yep.
And they're in a section of racetrack, well, shortly, that doesn't favour the Ferrari. Who's that? That's Hayden Tegg coming as well.
We're just looking out of the rear wing of Warren's car, and the shenanigans going on in the background, and that's Macrolos losing a position.
And
to Cooley.
Cooley's lining up Dawson because they got the run. Dawson must have got a bad run there.
Ah, it was on. Look at Dawson. How much do you got to cover? Cooley,
oh no, he didn't. He's still there.
Oh, and Cooley's got that left-hander there. Wow, there you go. That's a bit of a change.
That is a change.
So Cooley passed both of them, J-Man, from the final corner to the first corner, pretty much. Right there. But that battle continues on. Lawrence and Firth. Oh, that gap's actually squeezed up a little bit more than what it had been.
Yeah, it has. Yep.
So, not sure what's going on.
He's taken about a second out of it.
Oh, Mitchell. Mitchell on Fraser as he gets it done.
Yep.
We'll get back to the Macrolos Dawson.
Yeah,
look at it. Look at that lot. And who is that? Cooley's gone back again. So Cooley's had a big hiccup there because that's Warren in front of him again.
Well, it's Warren that's gone backwards because it was Ken Worcester, then Jono Warren, and then it went to Dawson, Macrolos, Dink Dog.
Oh, so those two must have got tangled up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over the rear wing or off the rear hip of Dawson's Aston there, the MATCHFIT car. Sporting Davo and J-Man's mugs on the bonnet or on the side, somewhere on that car. Representing the MATCHFIT brand, awesome stuff. That is, I think, Goebel way back in the background there in the Mercedes, off track, just back a shot. These boys running hot, and Kenneth just got the ears back and the head forward. He doesn't want, just rip the mirror off, Ken. You don't need to see what's going on behind you there.
Oh, here we go. Cooley down the inside of Jono Warren. They've been here before. But, yeah, look, every time they get remotely close to Ken, they engage in a battle with themselves, and he just stretches the margin again.
Yep.
So
Yep.
he'll be hoping for more of that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we've still got Nathan Bewley up the top, out to 11.7 second lead now, so he has got the bit between the teeth as Nathan Bewley is certainly checked out over Harry Lawrence, and 2.7 seconds the difference between Lawrence and Firth, so that's still a battle that's going to play out maybe in the pit stops or hopefully on track. Gunther Rowe about 7.3 seconds back from that. We see Lee Perkins exiting pit lane, so he's come in. Re-energised the car, topped up the fuel, and missed the brake marker to turn one in the process.
Oh, I saw that, just in behind Gunther Rowe there, so a little bit unforced error there, J-Man. So Gunther in fourth, Robbie Mitchell in fifth position, doing well in the bit, just keeping his nose clean here, J-Man, and been slowly moving forward. Chris Fraser doing well in sixth position in the Mighty Mustang, and Kenneth Worcester getting a fair bit of airtime tonight because he's doing a stellar job here, but he has got some action coming in the likes of Pete Dawson, Costas Bacalás, Chris Cooley and the like, after dispatching Jonathan Warren and a few others. Just to name a few. Oh, we got Clarkey on the way. He's back there. He's just rounded up Teg, I think you mentioned earlier. So plenty going on. Steve Crossland in recovery.
Does he look to do it this one? He's a little bit far back. He might think better of it this lap. Tucks back into turn 10.
Oh, that'll only just bunch up. Draft. That'll just bunch up Macrolos with him. It's really got to make a good solid crack at it across the start-finish line here, ladies and gentlemen.
Again, solid down the front straight, solid under brakes.
Doesn't it stop?
For me, Pete Dawson's one of the best brakers that I've ever raced against in a straight line. He is so accurate under brakes, and it gives you an idea how good Ken is at the moment as well, because there was nothing gained there. Opens the door a little bit.
Oh, it's just put him offline. Just there a little bit.
Rights to the left-hander here, so still good. And then look at that, on cue, Costas Makrolos right up and behind Pete Dawson to give him something to think about, and that's exactly what Ken wants. He wants these two
to go at it, yeah.
To go at it. A little bit of a wiggle there from Pete Dawson, but manages to get the drive traction down and stay with him. It's a little bit closer this one, but still, does he have a go? No, he doesn't. Ken just too good under brakes down to the final turn.
Yep. And look who's just turned up for the party as well in the background. As we see Pete go wide, we're looking under the rear wing of Ken's Wheels Inc. car at the moment. Go, Ken. And here we go.
Look at this. Makrolos pulls to the inside. It's got the overlap already. This thing's super quick down the front straight, and he's going to take away that inside line. Can Pete Dawson live on the outside? It's just a little bit too long way round, and he's got Chris Cooley to think about as well, because he's turned up.
Oh, here it is. It's on.
Oh, and there's no margin there. He actually had to roll out a little bit. And who was that off to the left?
That might have been Lee Perkins, I think. Was that one of the Lamborghini?
Yeah, I think it could have been.
This is on. This is on.
Once again,
Pete,
look at the gap.
Look at the gap.
Look at the gap.
That's a Ken. Yep. And look, stellar work from Dawson, mate. They're both coming at him at the moment. He knows he needs to progress, and he needs to put that Lexus in between him and these boys. Unable to get it done, and all sorts of pressure here, Damon. This is great racing.
Yeah, Lee Perkins just sitting on the outside there at turn 10, 11, just watching the show.
He's got the VR goggles on,
Lee.
Steps out of the car.
And John O'Warren is still in touch with this battle as well. He is right off the back of Chris Cooley right now as they tip it into turn 1. He is still there. A little bit of contact between Makrolos and Chris Cooley there at the switchback of turn 2. Shadowing each other down to turn 4. A little bit of an air gap now for Pete Dawson. We've seen this before, though, and then all of a sudden it just takes one little slip. We saw him run a little bit wide through turn 10 the lap before, and that allowed Cooley to have a look, but none of them factored on Makrolos.
No.
Oh, sorry, it was Makrolos having a look. None of them factored on Cooley making it 3 wide down to 1, so...
Yeah, look, Cooley just taking good advantage of the fight that was going on in front of him. Saw the gap, just put the car in there and really forced the issue. But some really good, close, clean racing, J-Man.
Yep. Matty Clark has got to the back of, I think that's Will Dixon, who is out of position by way of that accident earlier, I believe. Yeah, he is. So Will Dixon racing out of P17, Clarkey currently P12, and he would like to close that margin some 12 seconds up the road as John O'Warren, who's very much in touch with Costas Cooley and Pete Dawson, and you could say Ken Worcester, until they get into battle mode, and Ken just sets sail, leaves these guys to the fight.
Yep. Oh, look, we can't leave this fight up the front here for too long. Anything could happen. And it has been so far. They've actually got a few car legs between them at the moment. They've just probably taken a breath, given the tyres a little bit of a respite before they go at it again. Where are we up to, actually, timing wise here? 37 minutes yet to run, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
So we're only about halfway.
Lap after lap, Davo, you're obviously seeing what I'm seeing. When they come out of turn 10, 11, the drive traction and the accuracy from Ken Worcester is just beautiful.
Oh,
He
yeah.
just
Faultless.
gets that thing on his line and drives it out. Pete Dawson, he's really hanging on to that thing, and we've seen him run wide there once, and even when he's not out in the dirty stuff, he is literally on the teetering edge of lateral grip when he's coming out of there. So you could argue that the rear drive traction that the Lexus got slightly better. I think the Aston's maybe got a tiny little bit at the end of the straight, but it ain't a lot, because we've seen them come to a couple of braking jewels already down to turn 1, and Ken's won that every time. So we're about to see it again as they come out of the dog leg of turn 9, race down towards 10, 11. Pete's been in this position before. It hasn't been able to do anything with it. Ken's just too good under brakes, and this is his corner. Watch him, how accurate he is here. Once again, you see Pete Dawson quite wide, a little bit of a wiggle, and Ken just drives it off straight. Just there's nothing to be had there for Pete Dawson. That's
No, definitely not. And I just wonder whether Pete actually got a glance of Chris.
Oh, Curly, yeah.
Coming in behind him now. Look at this out of Costas' car. Side by side, here we go.
Oh, can he make it live around the outside? Going to have to give each other a little bit of room here. And Dawson lifts the throttle. And look at this. Macrolos is going to be looking Dawson as well. No room there, but he makes some.
Big, really, wriggle from Cooley's car every time he gets on the brakes there. Really working to stop that BMW as late as he is. So Dawson, couple of positions there.
Yeah.
So chase down Ken Worcester.
It's not going to be the last time we see these boys change positions.
Oh,
and I'll tell you what, now Ken Worcester's thinking to himself, come on, Costas, go and give him a fight. Right, looking at the margins down through the field. This is approximately, this is the closest battle. Ranged up under brakes on Kent there. Gurley looks to the inside early. Has he got enough? He's got the overlap. Ken limits the damage there, lets him go. Doesn't lose an extra spot to Costas.
Look, this is stellar racing from all these boys here. A battle royale going on. J-Man in the big pack.
Oh, Ken, nice and brave on the outside line.
Gave him the space, but only just enough for a Corvette.
Look at the horsepower of that Lexus. From the outside line, gets all the power down. We've talked about how good he is off of those final two turns. He maybe just needs to cover that inside light, but he is going to have rights for the left-hander here.
Yeah.
And this is going to...
This is where it gets messy. This is where we've been seeing all the action, J-Man. Is that just that little complex of corners there? And it gives them the run up into this braking area. Ken out of the dirty stuff there, getting hung out to dry.
Yeah, he'll have the rights to the left though. Shut the door. And look at this, has invited John O'Warren back to the party as well. So just in the space of a lap and a half. Oh, John O'Warren just misses his mark there.
Yeah, good evasive action there from Warren, actually. J-Man. Yep. If these cars get bunched up, that little bit of a concertina effect can catch you off. You're unsighted and they're pulling up.
Okay, we've got a lot of cars approaching the final 10% on the virtual energy. Still got just over half an hour to run. So the likelihood we're going to see some movement in the pit lane from the front runners in the next 2 or 3 laps. would be good for just seeing how things play out. A few cars that might get a little bit lucky and get back onto the lead lap, maybe Hayden Tegg, Hemi Bateman, Fox and Crossland. Will Dixon would have been stationary for a while with those repairs, so I'm not sure how that's going to bode for him because he's a fair bit behind. But
Perkins around again. Not having the best of nights.
With
yeah.
that, Lambo.
Yep. Nick Firth. Oh, look. We really thought he was up for a massive fight earlier in the race here, but things have settled down somewhat for him. Just kept the focus, J-Man, and it all just unfolded behind him, as did it for Gunther Rowe as well. So,
yep.
And those guys are running in a little bit of clean air at the moment.
So, last lap round, a 14.4 for Chris Curley. His best lap was a 14.1, so he's only around 3/10 off his personal best late in the run as well. So, pretty good there. And also a 14.8 last lap round there for Costas Makrolos. Try and get a read on some of these other boys. Pete Dawson, 14.8, so he's on about the same pace as Costas, but the difference is he has got the ever-consistent Ken Worcester in front of him at the moment. He couldn't unlock that puzzle when he was behind him earlier, so he's going to have to go back to work on it.
And yeah, like we have seen for the last 20-odd minutes, J-Man, Ken easily got the measure on Pete Dawson's Aston Martin. So
well, Dawson really sideways
big
once
wriggle
again
there.
Out of the final turn. Yeah, he's just struggling to get that power down.
There's Jono Warren actually just sneaking into the pits.
lane.
Yep.
Clark comes across the line. He was trying to make some margin into the Jono Warren deficit that he had. He's just going a little bit longer. What's he got energy-wise? Around 5%. Did mention earlier, I think in practice, he might have said something about maybe getting that wrong.
Yeah. Well, it's always stretching what he can do with the VE.
It was actually qualifying, ran out of VE with 4 minutes left, and he didn't think it was worth warming the tyres, so...
that's right, qualifying. So that's why he started so far back, ladies and gentlemen.
Will Dixon's out of position. Will Dixon's 16th, Matty Clark's 11th, but he has got him on his radar. See, Will Dixon has stopped. What's he got energy-wise? Will Dixon, what does his race look like? 35% with 28 minutes to go.
So Mitchell in, sorry J-Man, and Gunther Rowan as well. Oh, and Pete Dawson in. So big flurry of pit stops. Nathan Bewley in.
Crossland, I believe, is coming to the lane as well. He's going to have to make a second stop for this one. 2-stop strategy by way of his incidents earlier. What sort of energy Bewley takes? So around about 63%. So he's done a calculated percentage to get himself home. And he'll come out on track. What's that? Still in P3.
Jeez, that's not too bad, is it?
Yep, So he's got Ken Worcester behind
that's
him.
a gap, isn't it? So we've got Fraser, Cooley, and Macrolos all in the pits, J-Man.
Cooley be out of this one, mate. He's gained himself a stop-go by way of misbehaving on the way in the lane. So welcome to LMU, Chris Cooley. Parks the car. Says that'll do.
That's enough.
That'll do for tonight. Great effort, great racing. Lots of good battles out there for Chris. Lots of good pace, and was racing in the right end of the field too. So that'll be music to Kenny Worcester's ears, because that'll be an easy position back. One of the ones that he just lost in the recent past, and he'll have that one back. So,
yep.
There you go, Bobby.
There you go. So we will be very interested to see how these pit stops shake out now.
And
obviously,
Ken now, no speeding in pits, Ken. Yeah, nicely done. So Rob Fox also in the lane. There is somebody a little bit further up. Who is that? It would be Nick Firth exiting the lane. So Firthy comes out effectively P3 again,
very
60%.
Nice, very nice, very nice.
And who's that he's got ranging up beside him?
It's one of the out of position BMWs, J-Man. I think it might be Dixon.
It could be Dixon. Yeah, it is. It is Will Dixon. Yep. 29% energy remaining. So Dixon legitimately there, I believe. So whether or not 29% gets you home with 25 minutes to go, I wouldn't think so.
Dixon out of position though. Dixon in 14th.
Oh, he is in 14th. Sorry. Yep. So status quo, other than Harry Lawrence, who's still got to make his stop. So that'll be interesting, because there was quite a big margin. Was the difference? Now he's on 3% energy remaining.
We would expect to see that. What is
this
that?
lap.
It's like tartan, but is it? Yes, it is. It's sort of, kind of tartan. Painted, freaking German car.
Yeah.
Coming to the pit lane. I would suspect.
Like you could sit on the roof or the bonnet, the boot, whatever, and have a picnic.
Yeah. It rocks it. It looks good. Yeah, so we'd expect to see that car
100%.
of Lawrence come in right away. He's got to pull that bloody thing up.
No. I think that.
Is that going to cost him? Man, that was late.
That was tight. That was super tight. Tell you what, if he got away with that one. I think he has. Wow, that is very, very accurate into the lane then for Harry Lawrence. Bewley just coming out of the final turn, so no problems there for Bewley to regain the lead.
I had a fairly healthy gap on him, didn't he, J-Man? It's, I suppose Nick Firth we've got to look out for now, as we just see Bewley and Lawrence in shot there together, one on either side of the wall. Nick Firth just rolling out of the final corner there too. So fairly healthy gap to Lawrence. Do you think Lawrence made any gains there, J-Man? I suppose is the question.
Yeah, absolutely. Split it by equally, probably half the margin. But hey, an interesting stat that's just come out as well is that Ken Worcester came out after that pit stop.
Yes.
Energised the car, 60%. Pete Dawson, he's still ahead of him.
There you go. So both pitted now. Both of those. There you go.
Battle on pit road. Very, very strong from Ken Worcester and Pete Dawson. So,
well,
the battle commences.
It's equally as good in the pit lane as it is on track between these two, anyway, J-Man. Because they literally it's just business as usual, isn't it?
Yeah.
Costas just up in front of that. No change there, really.
Hemi Bateman, Goddard, and Chris Fraser. I think Chris Fraser will be a long way up the road, but legitimately positioned for pass here for Hemi Bateman on Goddard. Having a good look to the outside. Down into turn 1. 2. 3. It's a good battle going on. Excuse me. Pete Dawson, what will he do? Time's ticking. 21 and a bit minutes left to run. He finds himself in a very familiar position, Davo.
He does. And look, all this while, we've got Costas there just sort of running away a little bit out in front of him. And Dawson again. Dawson.
This is.
Oh, throws it at it. He's got it.
Didn't allow Ken to get his traditional line that time.
No.
So Ken back to P9, still very respectable from starting from P17. He's really earned what he's got tonight. Raced so well amongst some pretty astute company.
There is still a pit stops yet to happen in front of him as well, remembering. So I think he's probably got another couple of positions up his sleeve from where he is at the moment. I think he should land.
Gunther Rowe, definitely, Mitchell and Fraser.
Yeah, so I suspect he will be back in that 7th, 8th position again.
Oh, hang on, no, they're stopped. They're stopped.
Have they really?
Ready to go. Yeah,
okay.
That's as we were, yep.
So Fraser's done well, then.
Yeah, well, him and Mitchell have raced together all night long. Rob Mitchell, Chris Fraser.
Okay, I just didn't think I would see Fraser in the position he's in. Mitchell, yes. Fraser, no. But there you go. Nice work in the pits from Fraser. And legitimately holding down a 6th position as we speak. And in front of Costas Makrolos, there's something not right there, J-Man. That's all out of whack.
No, that's as it were, because if you remember early, Costas Makrolos and Pete Dawson both had rotations that they were coming back through. And so did Curley. So hence why they were where they were, working their way back through. And they all got as far as Ken Worcester, and
then it stopped.
Then it stopped, So kudos to Ken for, like I said, playing amongst some pretty elite company and doing a great job. So, because we know what to expect from the Pete Dawsons and the Costases and Chris Curleys. These guys are all weight race winning. Oh, and who is that around? Was that very much looked like Lee Perkins again? That thing.
It's not happy.
It looked like it's been to the Sandblasters, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So Perko struggling with some form here tonight at Bahrain as we watch.
Just stays out. Look how close Ken Worcester is to Pete Dawson down there. And he's so strong once again through that final turn. He's staying in touch. Mitchell, is there a bit of a sting in the tail with just under 20 minutes to go with Rob Mitchell and Gunther Rowe, because that margin has shrunk quite a fair bit.
Gunther again. We've seen it towards the back end of the race. Losing some pace. Now we saw it at Coda, but I think he had his fuel loads and his EV all mapped that wrong and was conserving. We've seen him have tyre issues, conserving on fuel and EV. But again, you call it, J-Man, that is Mitchell chasing down the Gunther Rowe BMW.
The Row.
The Row. Like a boat, But so he'll be paddling hard and fast to try and stay in front of that.
Dawson again, squirrely out of the final turn.
And Worcester just right there, staying in touch. John O'Warren actually not too far behind those guys, so they won't want to get in too much of a fisticuffs there, else we will see Warren start to reel them in. You can just see him just passing the camera there in the background. So still plenty to fight for. You could see Makrolos in the distance there on some of those camera shots, just a corner ahead of these boys. And, yeah, just like I said, J-Man, with like Curley and bloody Worcester and Dawson all out of the way, he's on. He's just like, rightio, I've got to stay focused here. And he's on the chase. Chris Fraser is not far up for him, mate, either. So
no, Macrolos can see Fraser.
Yeah,
absolutely.
There's a couple of cars in between, a couple of out of position cars, or is it just one?
Yep.
It's just one.
I believe there's Chris.
Oh, there's two. There is two.
No, there's two. There's two. Yeah. Goddard and.
Is it Perkins? Oh no.
Maybe.
Yeah, one of the yellow, because there's two yellow Lamborghinis in the race.
Hemi Bateman.
It's Bateman, that's right.
Yep.
So, plenty to play for J-Man, and we have got 15 minutes to go. So, it is winding down. If you want to get it done, you're going to have to get it done soon. Was that Worcester dropping well back? So, something happened there.
Yeah, so Rob Fox is in there. As a car in between, but I'm not sure what happened there. There's quite a big margin now between Ken and Pete, so
yep. So
it's a lap car in there.
A little bit of a slip up from Kenny there, maybe. I think Rob's just getting out of his way. Just let him to just retake that that piece of track, because Fox definitely out of position, and just keep moving forward. Head down, Ken.
Oh, big whoopsie there for John O'Warren. As I'm not sure whether he saw the leader, Nathan Bewley, coming through and just got off a line and just got it all sorts of crossed up, gathered it up. But look, it's hampered any sort of progress that he was making to try and catch back up to Ken Worcester. And with just under a quarter of an hour, can't afford that sort of stuff at this time of the race.
Definitely not.
But Rob Mitchell now really starting to make inroads. 1.3 seconds the gap now to Gunthrow. They're in the same equipment. Couple of BMWs going at it, but consistently just taking little slices out of Gunthrow's margin. So 1:14.8 was last lap round for Rob Mitchell, and a 1:14.7 for Gunthrow. So a tenth to the favour of Gunthrow. However, the
clock is ticking, J-Man. I mean, there is still a good handful and some more laps to do, but they will run out very quickly here.
Yeah, so Nathan Bewley now out to 11.2 second lead. We saw that shrink back post pit stops as close as 5.6. That's back out to 11 odd seconds now. Nick Firth 12 seconds behind those two guys. Managed to build a 10.5 second gap from Gunther Road to Nick Firth. So I think your podium, barring any catastrophe, is kind of set already, but still
don't say it, J-Man. Don't say it.
Gunther Road, yeah, Rob Mitchell. Chris Fraser a little bit further back. He's actually probably, if Costas Macrolos can dispatch the two out of position cars in the way of Goddard and Hemi Bateman, he may have a crack at getting up and having a bit of a spicy finish to this race with Chris Fraser and the Mustang. Matty Clark on the back of Will Dixon for position now. So this is P12 and 13. Will Dixon, Matty Clark. Crossan's another 2.5 seconds odd behind them.
Yeah, not too far back actually. You can see Crossan's car clearly. Oh, there's contact between the two.
Matty Clark gets into the back of Will Dixon.
Oh, gives Crossland 2 positions there. Crossland up into 12th now. Wow, well. He is human, J-Man.
Oh, that thing's bent. That thing of Will Dixon, the wing looks bent, the boot's all pushed in. It'll be a handful through this section of the racetrack.
Oh, tough stuff.
So, late drama here at Bahrain.
So, just in the background, Macrolos passed Goddard's out of position Ferrari. So, one less car between himself and Chris Fraser in the Mustang. I think he's still got... Who's that? Was it Bateman, the yellow thing? What's in front of him there? Just... It is. I think that is Bateman in front.
Crosland off at the final turn. So sorry.
So Cross...
Rob Mitchell on Gunther Road.
So did...
Got him.
Croston go past? Oh, did it? Oh, okay, there you go.
So we missed that. Sorry, viewers.
Oh, okay.
We were watching that. There was about a second and a half last time I looked, so something happened there. And very quickly, Rob Mitchell has got through on Gunther Road.
Wow. I didn't expect to see that. We just saw the Mitchell-Clark contact there. I think it was J-Man, wasn't it?
Sorry, mate. I was really excited that there was a little bit left in my beer and I didn't have to get up, and just lack of attention.
But yeah, all going on. Mitchell Pass Row. But again, we won't say too much. The top three probably set in stone at the moment. But pretty amazing. Go on.
Put the camera on them. See what happens.
No, I'm not going to say it and put the camera on at the same time, J-Man, because you know what'll happen.
Good battle here. Hemi Bateman and Fraser. This is all out of position. Same with the Costas Makrolos car behind them. All out of position. They're not effectively racing each other on the totem. However, that's not stopping the battle out on track.
Well, Makrolos and Fraser is, so it's...
yes, they are.
Yes, so Bateman. So, like I said, Costas dispatched Goddard, broken Ferrari. And now...
look at the draft.
Here we go, look at that. Do you think he got out of that, or is that just sheer Corvette grunt there, the Chevy? Punching hard through the wind there, and Fraser will be sweating. We have, what, 8? Under 10 minutes.
Yep, 9 3/4.
Oh, so here we go.
Time for Makrolos to try and make something of this. Ken's just given way just in the recent pass to Nathan Bewley coming through. So Bewley put a lap on the field all the way up to P9.
That's him, that's it. Just he's just sitting in front of Ken Worcester at the moment, in between Worcester and Dawson. So yeah, just smash it through it, J-Man. Lawrence obviously in some of that slower traffic as well, but just in a nice sweet spot there. Firthy keeping the nose clean. Just out in front of, I think that is Teg's Mustang. So where's Teg? So
11.
Firthy's up to 11th.
Yep.
So good solid drives from these top three, J-Man. But look, from there back, hasn't it just been a fist fight, I tell you, for the last 65 odd minutes?
Absolutely, and it's still going on. I'm watching this battle with Costas and Fraser, and look, he's got there. He's had enough pace to get there. It's all about what he can do now that he's there. Last lap round, a 14.2.63 with a best of a 14.2 for Costas, and Fraser last lap round was a 14.9. So he had a bit of a whoopsie that one because he's better than that. He is working hard to try and keep the classic Ford versus Chev battle going on.
Isn't it what? Isn't it what, J-Man? And here we go. We know how much punch the Corvette's got in a straight line, but equally as much has that Mustang.
Yeah, look, the Mustang is up to the task.
He's got it.
What we just witnessed there.
Yeah, definitely. Up under the wing and still unable to make a gain was Makrolos. Fraser will have some faith in that car now after that little power run. As long as he can stop it. Keep it tidy on the exit, Chris.
Yeah, the Corvette looks solid. Nice at the change of direction.
Does. I don't know. Chris isn't putting a foot wrong, mate. He has raced a solid race.
Oh, good exit. And that was
unforced. Oh, wow.
It was on the throttle for Chris Fraser. He just got that wrong.
A little bit of a wriggle there. It might have been a little bit of a love tap on the way past.
Oh,
looks like Costas gave it back to him. I reckon he's... These guys are going, but no, after you, but no, yeah, no. I think those guys being very gentlemanly like there.
And who's this Hemi Bateman? Hemi Bateman in there.
I was going to say into the pits, but into the picture, if nothing else. Bateman's going, would you two guys get on with it? So, nice work on that.
Johnny Warren now trying to make something of the battle with Ken Worcester.
Well, he hasn't got long to do it, J-Man. Just under 6 minutes to go. He's going to have to work hard for it. And look, we've seen guys catch the back of Worcester's car, but getting around him is another thing. Harder to pass than a kidney stone, they reckon.
You reckon? I reckon too.
But big brakes on the Lexus. And yeah, we've just seen some of the top runners really work hard to get past that green car. So, awesome stuff.
You reckon Ken likes this track, Davo?
Oh, mate. He's smashing it out tonight. He's got so much bloody airtime. The car's looking great. He's looking really solid. He has been well in the thick of it.
Harry Lawrence with a big moment in P2 there, coming out of turn 9. Well out into the sand. So just a little bit of a moment there.
Oh, just...
starting to lack in maybe break of concentration there late in the piece with only 4 3/4 minutes left to run.
Bloody 3 laps, Lawrence.
Guys have been out there absolutely on the limit now for the better part of, an hour and 10.
Yep.
So I'll scroll down through. Chris Fraser, just after that pass was made, Maclos managed just to pull a bit of gap.
Yep.
6.1 seconds the difference. Pete Dawson, one would think with only a few laps left to run, that won't change there. Ken Worcester's a little bit further back from that. Trying to look at some of the margins here, the intervals. John O'Warren, I tell you what, Ken, I think, has got the measure late in the piece here. John was a little closer. Jono was a little bit closer a couple of laps ago, but Ken's just driven away again, so he's responded to the pressure.
He just has, well, if he's made mistakes, they've been very minor. We just really haven't seen him on camera tonight, that's for sure, for Kenneth Worcester. Driven an extremely solid race. As is, I've got to say, Fraser, too. He sort of didn't come up on my radar there. I mean, we was getting a little bit of airtime first half of the race. But again, just these boys that just keep their nose clean and just drive a solid race. Just don't show up on the radar. And Chris Fraser has done that tonight. Recovering Costas Makalos, able to sneak past him. But
big drive from Makalos tonight,
I think so too.
He's just come back from adversity. But solid pair of hands from Nathan Bewley. Lost the lead of the race off the start, gained it back shortly after. We didn't see the pass, however he set sail after that. It's got it out to 18.5 seconds now over Harry Lawrence, who looked like he was well up for the challenge. However, the long distance of the run, I think Bewley's just had the better pace. Best lap of a 13.7. It's pretty much some good, nearly quality pace. These guys were down in the low 13s. And then a 14.0 for Harry Lawrence. So he's had good pace as well. Only a few tenths off, but such is the formula when you get somebody like Nathan Bewley that can go out and bang those laps. It'd be interesting to see a data logger from that car and see what sort of laps and how consistent that was, because he certainly had the pace.
For sure.
5.5 seconds was the difference at the pit stops, and he's already pulled it out to 18. So
Yep.
Good drive.
Mate, mind you, look at Nick's first best time in the race. It's only
14.0. Yep.
It's only a couple of tenths off, as is Robbie Mitchell's as well, and Gunther Rowe. Like, so these guys all so close. Their fastest lap.
Hey, Steve Crossan down in P12. We've seen him a lot further up the field in days gone by. And he's in there on a 14.0. So Dixon, 13, best lap of a 13.9. So there's a lot of pace out there up and down the field. It's just the story that plays out sometimes where you are in traffic, the incidents that are had. However, it will favour Nathan Bewley here tonight with only a minute 15 to go. Minute 12. This will be the final lap coming because he's about to cross the line with a minute and 7 seconds remaining. So this will be the final lap. So, and with around 18 odd seconds, could be a parade lap if he wanted.
True.
Justice Macrolos, he's just going to round up Ben Goebel here, down through 1, 2. I think it is. Oh, sorry. No, he's round the back. He's coming through 6, 7, 8. How's the battle going there with Ken Worcester? John O'Warren, he's got one more lap to hold it up.
He's got this.
Goddard's called it. Oh, well, mate, we think you did an absolute stellar job earlier on with such a damaged car through turn 6, 7, 8 to hang on to that thing. You drove around its deficiency, so you got to take some credit for that, mate. You drove beautifully when the car was less than ideal. So, mate, thanks for the spectacle tonight.
Mate,
you had some good racing.
Yeah, it did really well. We know how much of a handful it would have been there, George, as we just see Nathan Bewley bring the big bad Merc across the line with a pretty healthy gap back to Lawrence J-Man. So good work from Bewley there. Getting that done. Man.
Well done, Harry Lawrence. Stellar job. A name that I haven't called before, Davo. You may have called it while I was away on a bit of an overseas experience. But look, I now know who Harry Lawrence is.
Yeah.
And then Nick Firth needs no introduction.
Absolutely not. Firthy, he will be just grinning from ear to ear. We know Firthy well.
Rob Mitchell, take a bow. That was a very, very gritty drive. Pushed hard late in the piece. Didn't give up on another bit of candy at the end to grab P4 off of Gunther Rowe. Gunther Rowe drove a beautiful race as well. Sat in 4th position for the better part of that race. And tears the front end of that car as we speak. Tears everything off of that car. And then Costas Macrolos with a beautiful drive back through the field after an unfortunate incident there earlier on. So he played the long game as well. Chris Fraser, well done. One that snuck up on the radar and certainly put a great performance in, and a good comeback. Pete Dawson. And then Ken Worcester needs no introduction. We were all about it tonight because Kenny in the Wheels Inc. Lexus did a stellar job playing amongst some pretty elite company and showing them that he was up to the task. So well done, Ken.
Absolutely.
John O'Warren rounds out the 10. So, and then plenty of stories after that. Ted, Croston, Dixon, Hemi Bateman, Fox, Perkins, Goebel, Clark, Goddard and Cooley, to name a few. All certainly had their part to play in some good performances up and down the field tonight. So well done to all. And that leaves us with, I guess, it's time for a bit of Hotbox, Davo.
Yeah, let's get them up here. Let's have a chat.
So we'll grab, effectively, some may say he was the stick. No. Anyway, Nick Firth, welcome aboard. Congratulations on another well-earned podium. And, mate, I felt like you had to earn that one tonight for a bit at the start and then relatively lonely. How was the concentration levels?
Yeah, that was hectic. I'm probably fairly vulnerable at the start, and I know Gunther knows that, so I had to put up a bit of a fight and try to keep my shoulders out a little bit and just put my car in the right spot and hopefully last a couple laps and then maybe find like a rhythm, and luckily was able to do that. So yeah, I was freaking out that probably the first 10 or so laps for sure.
And take us back, Firthy. I'm just trying to remember, an hour 15, it seems like a lifetime ago when we started this race, and there's been so much action between then and now. The start when we saw, I think, Pete Dawson go around, what was your proximity at that time, mate?
I was probably in a good position, to be honest, like maybe 1.5 seconds behind him. So that slide, you can kind of visibly see it quite early on.
Yep.
And to Pete's credit, he actually did really well to hold the slide so that it wasn't as bad as it could have been. And there was a really there was a decent gap on the outside, but I felt extremely vulnerable though, because I probably didn't have as much time to react as what the cars behind me did. So I was very mindful to try and get some good drive out of there, cover the line a little bit, which I can't really remember what happened, but I think I had to cover inside a little bit and maybe had Gunther braking down the outside, but I was able to hold like a nice line and just defend that again. But yeah, that was definitely a Code Brown moment. So yeah.
Yeah,
we were watching. We were watching.
Yeah, fantastic, mate. Like a beautiful calculated drive, and obviously I've had a bit of time off. I've been away, and to come back and obviously see the totem, you're up the top, and certainly well earned, mate. And it makes us proud. Obviously, we have a great relationship with yourself on and off the cameras. So full credit to you, Nick, and you're hitting all the marks this season, and may it carry on for you, mate, because it looks fantastic, and you're racing up there with some pretty elite company and doing a beautiful job of it, mate. So well done, and enjoy that podium, which I'm sure you've obviously be getting a fair bit of at the moment. So well done.
Thank you. I've just probably had my fair share of luck, and just trying to keep it on track at the moment, and it seems to be paying off. So we'll see what happens for the rest of the season. Like you said, I'm very aware there's some bloody quick drivers around, so they'll be nipping at my heels for sure. So yeah.
Good stuff, mate. Love your work. Thanks, Firthy.
Thank you, boys.
All right, so there you go. That is Nick Firth from
Firthy.
P3, and I would be looking for P2, which would be by the way of Harry Lawrence. Do we have a Harry Lawrence in the channel? Just looking through my list there. Not that I can see. No. We've got a Hayden. We don't have a Harry. So we will reach for Nathan Bewley. If we've still got Nathan, we do. So we'll go for the top spot.
He knows the deal. We've got to go and talk to the boys in the company.
Actually, you know what we'll do? Before we go that, because we don't have P2, we're going to grab Ken Worcester down and just congratulate him on what was a fantastic drive from 17th to end up in the 10. It's not quite a podium, but it was a valiant drive. Ken, well done, mate, on the drive. How are you feeling?
Yeah, g'day, bud. How are you? Yeah, a bit knackered. The old hands are gone. Up to 9th. How's that? Best finished ever.
Mate, but it was the story, Ken. It was the absolute beautiful story that got you there. The battles with Pete Dawson, who was looking every time. And I tell you what, your wheelhouse tonight was P10, turn 10-11, the final turn. The way that you could drive it in and out of that corner, no one had anything for you there, mate. It was a beautiful drive, so congratulations.
Now, apparently, the quote of the night was, "My sister said I'm harder to pass than a kidney stone." So I assume that come from you, lads.
Maybe.
That's a Davo special, that one, mate. But hey, look, thank you very much for the entertainment, Ken. That was beautiful. We were rooting for you, mate. You do drive very, very well, mate. So all the applause goes to you for that. That was a stellar drive. Well done, mate.
Yeah.
No, cheers for bringing me in. It's good to be a part of it, and finally showing some improvement after all this time. But yeah, driving with your hands, doing everything, it's not an easy task. And I'll write out a blank check to anyone who says it is.
Yeah, we need a sponsor on that car next season. No excuses, mate, because Ken, you do it as good as anyone we've seen, mate. Well done.
Yep.
No, cheers, boys. Love your work, and thanks for supporting us. And yeah, I'm here to try my best.
Mate, go hard, mate.
Thanks for the chat.
Good on you,
Cheers,
Ken.
Kenny.
Absolute champions.
Awesome
Cheers,
stuff.
mates.
See you, bud. So there you go, Kenny Worcester. We just had to have a quick word because that was a stellar drive. Anybody that knows Ken, he's a hell of a nice bloke, and I tell you what, he races as hard as the best of
Oh
them.
yeah,
So,
and he brings the biggest fan club with
Yep.
him in Tracy and
Bobby Louise. Yep.
Bobby and Tracy.
Yep.
Yeah, there's just a whole bunch of them.
There is. All right, cometh the man, cometh the minute, cometh the hour, and I tell you what, this guy lost the lead at the start of the race, got it back, and set sail. Nathan Bewley, what a stellar drive, mate. Beautiful work.
Yes.
How you feeling?
Very good. And also, welcome back, J-Man. It's
Yeah,
been a while.
thanks for having me back. Yeah, it has been a minute, mate. And look, I come back and some things are still the same there, Nate. You know, you're out there still doing the winning stuff, mate. So well done. Everything looked like it went to plan.
Yeah. I mean, the start it was like I took it a little bit easy into turn one just to work because obviously it like bunches up, between turn 1, 2, and 3. So it was like just get through there cleanly. I didn't mind that I lost the position to Harry because I thought I could still race him from there. And then obviously once I got past him, I could see that he had a bit of a VE advantage. So it was kind of like, okay, his car's either better VE like usage than Micah, or he's like fuel saving. So it was like at that point it was literally fuel save or literally just go push, and literally just make a gap. And yeah, that's what I did, and it seemed to work at the end.
Yeah, nice. Tell us, Nathan, 13.7 was the best lap out there in race trim. What was the target number, mate? I know what you top blokes are like. You guys drive pretty much to a delta, and where was that number? Whereabouts was that number hitting lap by lap?
I was probably more like trying to aim for like an average of around like a 14.0. I did my best like race lap was probably earlier when I like did a little bit of practice. It was probably a 13.6, so it wasn't like too far away. But
Yep.
it was more just about being consistent, and especially through that like little chicane. Like, it was very easy to get track cuts, so it was literally that was the place where it felt like maybe I was a little bit hesitant, but it was more just to make sure that I didn't get enough track cuts to get a drive for it. I mean, I was completely fine. I think I had like 1 times out of like the 4 that you have to get a track cut. So yeah, it felt fine, and it was just it was an interesting race for me.
Okay, and so for me, and I'm sure Davo, first time ever broadcasting a race at Bahrain Outer Loop. Yourself, first time here, and then what was your thoughts of the circuit?
Yeah, interesting. I mean, it seemed I don't know if it was I don't know if it's just me or maybe obviously not the same layout, but it was very much I wouldn't say that I'm dominant here, but it felt like nearly the same kind of races I had last season when we were at Bahrain. Obviously different car and all that, but it felt like once I got into a rhythm, it felt like I was very strong here. And I'm not too sure. Like, I've seen where the other guys in the Mercedes and all that qualified and all that, but it's hard to tell because I don't know if I've like gone beyond what the car can do, or if the Mercedes was strong here and the other guys just unfortunately struggled or something. So it's a little bit hard to tell. And yeah, the layout, it was enjoyable. I mean, obviously I didn't get like a lot of side by side action, but it looked like if you were fighting people, there were opportunities to overtake. But yeah, it felt like maybe like turn 1, 4, and then probably the last corner, and then obviously if you had a really good overlap, maybe you could do something into the chicane. But
I think the hot spot tonight, mate, was definitely that out of 7 and 8, the transition, the roller coaster up through sector 2. I think that was definitely a hot spot. Looked like a lot of strong cars under brakes down to 1, and then a lot of strong cars down to turn 10, 11 as well. So the car's comparable. I mean, there's some cars out there that have got some serious horsepower. The Lexus is very, very good in a straight line. The Mustang looked quite handy as well, and that Corvette at the hands of Costas Maklos looked fast in a straight line. However, the passing tended to be on the change of direction stuff. So, mate, you didn't get to see it because you were that far out in front. And look, I applaud you for the concentration required when you're doing something like that, because it'd be pretty easy, I would think, to slip into sort of maybe complacency when you're that far out in front, just trying to hit your marks. I wouldn't know personally, Nathan, but I can imagine.
Say so. especially like what do you call it, obviously at Kota, I had when we did the Kota, I had a nice lead in and obviously had the pedal failure.
Yep.
It's still,
Yep,
and even then,
that's
that's
right.
still like in the back of my mind.
Yeah,
So
true.
I've literally got like the power box for the pedal right next to me. So if it does happen, I can kind of just give it a cycle and then bang. But it's always like now in my
And
mind, it could
Yeah,
happen again.
mechanical failures. Yeah, I'm hearing you.
it's just one more stress, isn't it?
Yeah. Hey, look, well done, mate, on a fantastic victory. Basically, bar a little pass there and there, it was pretty much flag to flag. We saw the margin crush post pit stops, and then you just pulled it back out again. So, yeah, well done, Nathan. Fantastic race, and always a pleasure having you down in the box for a chit chat, mate. And yeah, I've definitely missed it after seeing this tonight, and then been away for a few weeks. Certainly, fantastic racing by yourself and everybody else. So well done, mate.
Thanks, boys. Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch the stream. Like you said, I was out kind of by myself for a lot of that. So it'll be interesting to be able to watch it like back, because I bet you there were some awesome battles that like from my point of view,
Absolutely.
I never
Oh
even got to
yes.
witness.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, definitely. Thank you, Nathan.
Awesome, mate.
Awesome,
Enjoy
mate.
it. Talk to you again soon.
Well done,
Well, good.
brother.
See you, boys, in Fuji.
See you, mate.
Yes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Fuji next. J-Man, that was freaking awesome. What a great race.
Oh, what a great... I could say it now. The day's done. What a great internet connection as well, Davo. Give yourself a pat on the back, mate.
Stop
A lot of
it.
hard work going on there.
It-
I know there is, mate. So,
It's a freaking
and as you
lottery.
said, thank you for everybody tuning in. We did have great retention on the live viewers tonight. We
Legends.
do appreciate your support. You guys are fantastic. You guys make up half the show. The other half is done by the drivers. So we really do appreciate the feedback you give us, the
Oh, yeah.
interaction. It's what makes the show. So thank you very much. And I'm going to sign out and let Davo wrap this thing up. Thank you, Davo.
Thank you, J-Man. And thank you again, all you legends that are joined in to watch us live. Join in to watch these boys at Rainlight Racing run around Bahrain for the last 75 minutes in the LMU series. That was a wrap of round 5. So thank you guys for joining us live, and thank you to all of the boys and drivers and everybody else that is going to watch it back later. Remember to click the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. We are going to thank the people like SIMBLACKS again. We're going to, for them getting involved with Rainlight Racing and talking about Rainlight Racing. Follow them on their socials. There's an Instagram link up there at the moment. Get your phone out and scan that little QR code, or the links are in the description over there. But yeah, follow them on their Insta and Facebook or whatever they've got going on. Just search Rainlight Racing. They will come up in your Google search. So thank you once again. We will go back to calendar and we will see, there it is next week, Fuji. For another 75-minute race for round 6 in Rainlight Racing's LMU series. That's a wrap. Thanks for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. See you all next week.